So further upon 1 Timothy chapter 4, Paul continues in chapter 6, saying in verse 20, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to your trust, avoiding profane or ungodly and vain babblings and oppositions of science or knowledge, science knowledge, that knowledge that Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 8 that we know we all have knowledge concerning idols, but knowledge puffs up, but charity edifies. Well, here he's talking about this science knowledge, falsely so called, which some having some professing have erred concerning the faith. And we really need to understand where he's coming from on this knowledge, because there's a couple of different Greek words that have been translated knowledge. In one, the knowledge of the truth, or the knowledge of sin, Romans 3:20, or the knowledge of the truth that Paul says some are every learning never will come to the knowledge of the truth, 1 Timothy 3:7, or the writer of Hebrews in 10:26 says, if we willfully sin after we come to the knowledge of the truth, there remains no more sacrifice for sin, but a certain fearful looking for a judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. I mean, this is what he's saying in First Corinthians 15 or chapter 10 or 2 Corinthians chapter 10, when he's talking about the knowledge of God, which is this same Greek reference 1108, which is just fragmentary knowledge that we have as babes in Christ. Because in verse 6, after he says, casting down thoughts and imaginations and every lofty thing lifting itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing every thought captive to the obedience of Christ, and having a readiness to punish every disobedience once your obedience is full. It's talking about coming to the knowledge of the truth that's in Christ, that Jesus in John 8:31 through 36 says that will make us free from sin. We need to understand some of these things so that we can grow up and stop being tossed around and being double-minded. As James says, the double-minded person